Hello, everyone. I just want to share a few thoughts with you this morning. Sometimes we celebrate Easter and then we sort of move on to the next thing, but I think it's really important to remember what Jesus was like after the resurrection. And this also gives us some clues about what our own bodies will be like. Sometimes we wonder what life is like after death and what our resurrected bodies will be like. And this story from John chapter 21 really does give us some pretty good hints about what it'll be like for us. So let's go ahead and read from John chapter 21. It says, afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, called Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two other disciples were together. I'm going to go fishing, Simon Peter told them. They said, okay, we'll come along too. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore. But the disciples did not realize that it was Jesus. He called out to them, friends, haven't you any fish? No, they answered. He said, hey, throw your net on the right side of the boat, and you'll find some there. And when they did, they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. Then the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, it is the Lord. And as soon as Simon Peter heard him say, it is the Lord, he wrapped his outer garment around him, for he had taken it off, and he jumped into the water. The other disciples followed in the boat, towing the net full of fish, for they were not far from shore, about 100 yards. When they landed, they saw a fire of burning coals there with fish on it and some bread. Jesus said to them, hey, bring some of the fish you caught. Simon Peter climbed aboard and dragged the net ashore. It was full of large fish, 153, but even with so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, come and have some breakfast. None of the disciples dared ask him, who are you? They knew it was the Lord. And Jesus came, he took the bread and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This was now the third time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he was raised from the dead. And one of the things that strikes me from this story is that Jesus is still the same guy he was. He was playful. He loved to be with his friends. He loved to hang out by the lake. He loved to be around these fishermen. And so that's where he showed up, right into their normal, everyday life. And sometimes I wonder, we think that Jesus is magical and mysterious and all spiritual and stuff like that. And sometimes I think we make it way more complicated. We wonder what life is going to be like. We think of ourselves as like some disembodied angelic spirits floating around in the sky. But the Bible says that Jesus' resurrection body is the first fruits of all the resurrection, that our bodies will be similar to Jesus. And this is the amazing thing to me, is that Jesus is real. He's normal. He's familiar and recognizable. He's better than he was before. You see Jesus building a campfire to cook the fish on. He makes breakfast for them. He just does life just as he would have before. And I hope this is encouraging for you, that life in the future will be better, but it'll also be familiar. We don't have to be afraid about the future. We can trust that it's going to be good and it's going to be better. It's going to be joyful. It's going to be full of life. Things that we enjoyed before, we'll get to still enjoy in the future. So I hope that's really encouraging for you. I just want to share that. I think it's amazing to think about the resurrection of Jesus and what that means for us today. Now that we're a couple days after the resurrection. I hope that's encouraging. I hope you have a great day. I love you guys. Hope to see you again soon.